So okay, you come to Texas, you're like, damn. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a country town. You see, it was the city.
Right.
You've been through not the foster care, but the system.
The system.
Coming from the East Coast, Boston, New England.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from no disrespect to anybody in any states of America, but you're coming from New England, where American gangsterism originates.
Yeah.
Before
JFK.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Before California, the Crips and Bloods. Before Jits in Florida. Before Texas was swinging and banging and all that shit. You come from in the 80s, New England, New York, Rhode Island, Rhode Hampshire, like that's where it all come from as far as the ghetto shit.
The ghetto shit, the freebasing, the learning about crack. Yeah. People have to understand I'll never go broke.
But also, look,
I'm sorry.
No,
I'll never go broke.
I feel you.
Never.
But also, here's the crazy thing. Mm-hmm. People always talk about the South and racism and opportunities. But the realest racism
is Southie.
Realest racism come from that New England area.
It does.
It really does.
Southie,
Southie?
Southie is in Boston.
Okay.
It's where Mark Wahlberg, Donnie Wahlberg.
It's where Mark Wahlberg?
Yes.
Marky Mark.
Right.
Okay.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. He's from Southie, Boston, and it's the white people's area of the ghetto. Okay. Quote unquote. And so Roxbury, Jamaica, Plains, Cambridge, Arlington, Dorchester, that's the black folk. Haitians, Cape Verdeans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, yes. So Southie Boston is very racist. Very racist. That's where Whitey Bulger, I mean, that story is real. Like, you can look it up. My uncle's name is Ronnie Hicks. Like,
who's the greatest Boston criminal of all time? Boston George?
Well, he was the most loyal. I'll say he was the most loyal. I don't think he made smart decisions. He was the most loyal. I'm gonna give it to Whitey Bulger.
Yeah, you got to.
Because he was an informant and he was a killer. Yeah. So, like, I be listening to stories and shit like niggas be throwing out there and stuff, and I just be like, niggas just be talking. Okay. Because all snitches are killers.
Now, hold that thought. I'm going to say it one time. After I say it, I want you to repeat it after me.
Okay.
All snitches are killers.
All snitches are killers.
All right, so now hold that.
Okay.
And we're going to put that, compartmentalize that. We're going to put that in the tuck.
Okay.
So I'm going to start to get on this timeline of who you are.
Okay.
But we're going to come back to that. And
I
never forget good information. So we got that. All snitches are killers in the tuck. So now, coming to Texas. Before you tell me about the Texas thing, what was the worst thing that you seen while you were in the system before the age of 14?
The worst thing I saw in the system. The way that the counselors treated the young people that were in the system.
And how did they treat them?
Beat them.
Really?
Yeah. Beat them, abused them. Some were nice, majority of them weren't.
Yeah.
A lot of the counselors were people who had problems within themselves.
Of course.
Bullies within themselves. I stayed whooping them counselors. They stayed having to restrain me. They stayed having to stick the motherfucking needles in the straight. Like, for real. Like,
they used to stick you with needles?
What? Just to calm me down. I'm an ignorant little bitch. Wow. Excuse me. I'm an ignorant little fucker. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to calm me down, I was on Paxil. I was diagnosed bipolar by the time I was 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? And their easiest resolution for dealing with some of the things that I had internally went through was to put me on medication.
Do you think that should have affected you? Long term? Man, that's crazy. Yeah. For sure. You fuck with medicine now?
You know what? When I was released, I didn't up until I was working for this school called Everest, and I got health insurance. And I was, talking to one of my coworkers who's a really great friend of mine now, and she noticed some of the things that I go through mentally, depression. I could be up one day and be completely, and you'll never know. You'll never know. I'll isolate myself. Only my closest friends will know when I go to these dark places, and I don't have a reasoning why. I don't know what it is, what it is with me. But so what happened was I went and got help to balance my mood swings, to balance my behavior, to figure out why I do some of the things that I do. So I got on a couple different medications, and what happened was when I quit the job, not quit because did I quit? Yeah, I left. I didn't have insurance anymore, and come to find out the medication was like $1,100, and then I had a deep crash. Yeah. I had a deep crash, and so I had to pick myself back up out of this. Nobody knew about it, you know what I'm saying? I was still playful as fuck on Instagram. I was still, you know what I mean? But behind closed doors, if I didn't have my best friend in my life and my people who really know me to catch me and to make sure I'm straight, hold my secrets, I'd have been fucked up.
Word.
And that's just the honest truth.
So, how you feeling right now?
I feel awesome. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a little overwhelmed.
Why is that?
Because I got a lot of stuff coming from different directions.
Yeah.
You know, and I ain't no punk. And I think that people know how good-hearted I am, even though I'm vicious, and it gets identified as weak. Yeah. And then you just get stuff from different directions. Right. And so I'm a little overwhelmed because I'm trying to become a better woman. And I'm also trying to stay true to who I am. No. And when you're elevating, you can't resort to some of the things. You can't just use the excuse, oh, this is who I am, and this is... No, you need to be able to overcome it. And I have problems sometimes overcoming it. And so it gets a little overwhelming because sometimes I just want to hide. You know, I just want to be like, y'all niggas have it, because I have different outlets to receive income. But if I let niggas have it, they gonna trick me out my spot. And I feel like, fuck you.
Okay. Listen, I interviewed a cat named Chucky Trill.
Yes. Hi, Chucky.
Chucky Trill.
I like Chucky.
Southside and Northside's finest.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And Chucky Trill said,
I was locked up for 8 years.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is just sit back and observe, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, any moment I can get tricked out my spot. Yeah. Any moment.
Yeah. It's important to keep that on your mind.
There's 2 ways to get tricked out your spot. And there's many ways to get pushed out the board, but it's 2 ways. You know, you're gonna either end up dead or in jail.
Yeah.
True.
You believe that?
Yes.
Really, why is that?
When you're dead, you can't come back.
Yeah.
And when you go to jail, they talk about you like a dog, and ain't nobody gonna be there for you.
Nobody will be there for you. That's sexual information. Now look, we bringing it back. I'm hitting the back pedal. I'm hitting the back pedal.
Am I doing okay?
Man, you doing good as long as you're doing you.
Great.
As long as you're doing you're doing good. So I'm hitting the back pedal. You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping back. So when you came to Houston, Texas, 14 years old, what was the first thing that made you fall in love with the city? Because I know you're in love with it.
I am in love with it. I'll never forget, 2 days after I came to Houston, I was living in River Oaks. My dad had a girlfriend. And on San Felipe Road, I walked to the Galleria. Right? Because, you know, being from the East Coast, we walk everywhere. You know what I mean? But they didn't have, like, the Metro Rail and stuff like that. And that's what I was used to back home. You know, the Metro Rail, or not the Metro Rail, but subways for us and things of that sort. That's how we got around. It wasn't even necessary for you to have a car. So what happened was I walked to the Galleria, and I just was amazed because, like, you know, in my mind, I just really thought this was cowboys and Indians. And I just was like, I'm gonna fuck this city up. I knew coming off the plane that Houston was going to be something that was going to
grow you as a person.
Now I've left numerous times.
Really? Where'd you go?
Okay, I went back to Florida, Louisiana, Oakland, California, LA, Atlanta.
You went to all the most ratchetest places.
Of course, I'm a ratchet.
Are you?
I am.
For sure. What's the definition of ratchet?
Hood.
I got you. Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of it. Yeah. You know, people, like, listen, Like, I don't care. Whatever I look like, green eyes, whatever. No human being can tell me how God is supposed to make me. My mother used to tell me all the time, why you want to talk ghetto? And who says I talk ghetto?
Yeah.
Who says that? You know, I'm going to be me. I like me. I think I'm pretty fly. You know what I'm saying? So, you call me ratchet. You call me whatever you want. I'm fearless, my G. You know what I'm saying? And I own who I am. I embrace who I am. I don't care what you say. You be you.
Yeah.
Don't influence your shit on me.
For sure.
So if you call it ratchet, if you say I cuss too much, because I say fuck a lot. Yeah. It's a form of expression, like Bernie Mac said. And no human being writing in a dictionary saying, well, this is a bad word or something you shouldn't say, can make me feel like it's a bad thing. Yeah. I work for myself. I make my own paper. So I can talk how I want, when I want, whatever. It ain't going to stop me. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm just going to stay true to who I am.
That what's up, man. You can never go wrong with that. Hell yeah. When you moved to Houston, what neighborhood did you move to?
River Oaks.
You said, so you did say River Oaks.
Yeah, I came and
So you was really a River Oaks, like you living in River Oaks?
I lived in River Oaks. My daddy was rocking with, my daddy was a fly cat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What was he doing?
My daddy, listen, my daddy is a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. My daddy is a genius. He has this thing with numbers. Like, my daddy robs banks, and then he goes work for Chase Bank and be the vice president of whoop, 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 where they send him to Canada, and it's just the weirdest thing ever. But it's crazy because that's what he instilled in me. My mother too, though. Don't get it twisted. My mother too. But my father is a genius. Like, he knows numbers. My father can take anybody's business and make your company millions of dollars.
Oh, what's up? So
he just has a drug problem.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Drugs are a motherfucker.
He owns it.
Alright, so coming in as a River Oaks baby, River Oaks kid.
I mean, that lasted a few months.
Okay, so I'm trying to get your timeline into your progression as a Houstonian.
Okay, I'll give it to you real quick.
So you started in River Oaks?
I started in River Oaks.
Yeah.
I started in River Oaks. My daddy was rocking with this lady, real smart lady. My daddy always had a fly chick, independent woman. Right. And so, you know, she held him down. He had a drug problem. He used to whoop on her a lot. And immediately when I got off the plane, he whooped her that night. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Here we go again. And, you know, and then that just transpired. I was pregnant, I think, within 3 months of me being here.
First child?
First child.
At what, 14 or 15?
14 years old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And so when they separated, I left with her. I didn't rock with my dad. You know what I'm saying? I rocked with the lady because, of course, she was more of a stability. And I felt like, you know, of course, it's my daddy, but I ain't finna sit up here and condone this shit. You know what I'm saying?
You can relate more to a woman as well.
I mean, I relate to more, but so to be honest with you, I ended up on Cross Timbers by Northline Mall in a hotel.
Really, at 14? Wow, crazy. By yourself?
I mean, yeah, I had help.
Yeah.
I had help. She held me down for a little minute, but I just used my feminine skills. I got a boyfriend. He took care of me while I was pregnant from a fuck nigga. You know what I'm saying? After I had the baby, we can go into that. That's the gangster shit that happened.
So you never kept in touch with the father from the first baby? Because
that's my only child.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you say he was a fuck nigga.
He was a fuck nigga.
Yeah.
But his family had money.
Oh, okay.
They didn't help me neither, but his family had money.
He was older?
So, no, he was my age. He played like he was older. He played like he was older, but he was 17, I was 14, 15. By the time I had the baby, I was 15 years old.
And he was 17?
Yeah. So, but when I met him, you know, he was a fly cat. I think older women was taking care of him. So he, you know, I thought he was the nigga, and he took care of me with other women's finances for a couple You know, but he was just as crazy as me. So I had got pregnant, and then I didn't want nothing to do with him. And then I like met another guy, and he took care of me my whole time I was pregnant. And then I had the baby. I had postpartum, and my daughter's father, his mother, took my child.
Man, so postpartum just comes from you when you had the baby. It was just a feeling. Been through so much.
Yeah, and you know, you have to think about it when your mother treats you a certain type of way, or you don't feel loved by your mother. How do you be a mother?
Yes, it's hard. What you learn?
Eventually, I did. My daughter was over there with her grandmother for a long time.
What's the number one rule to being a mother?
Provide.
Yeah.
Teach her to be a woman.
For sure.
I did good though. When I did get my faculties together, and when I did, I raised my daughter very well. My daughter's 20. She's a teacher. My daughter has been with the same guy since she was in the 8th grade. They're getting married next year. She's a beautiful girl. I did not allow her into any of this street shit. She's scared shitless of me without me beating her up.
You know, most of the time when people have parents who really be in the street and they see how it is, them be the ones that don't even want no parts of it.
Right, and that's what she told me. My daughter told me that.
And it be the ones who be having the red carpet rolled out and the silver spoon scooped up.
That want to be the thugs.
Yeah, that shit crazy. That shit crazy.
What it is. So yeah, from that point on, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna show you how I really got into Houston culture.
And that's where my next question comes in.
Okay.
So remember earlier when I was like social media influencer, club promoter. Well, what title is it that you personally feel like you fit the most?
Damn, that's ill. I don't have no title.
Based upon how Houston sees you and knows you, because I seen
right. You know what? A lot of niggas don't give me the recognition of being a promoter. Let's get real. You know what I'm saying?
That's my main thing. I feel like you're a club promoter.
And I am.
Okay.
That's my bread and butter.
Okay.
That's what pays my bills.
Yeah.
I lived off of social media for 3 years. And not being a social media girl, not being no disrespect.
Right.
But I didn't do the book me, and that wasn't me.
No OnlyFans and all that.
I just was a promoter, and I learned how to use social media to get to people that I might have known.
Yeah.
To be able to produce in the club business that gave the people in position of power to really know how powerful I was.
So what led you into doing that?
Oh yeah, let's get into some gangster shit. Okay. Listen, so what happened was when I had my child, like I said, I went through postpartum. My daughter's father was heavily, his family, not him, was heavily helping me. And so what happened was I'll never forget. I was just a fly chick, so dope, did all types of shit by being over there on North Line or Crust Timbers. Everybody know that hotel. I'm that girl. Like, so what happened was I saved up
Ice Cream Castle.
Yes, very much by Ice Cream Castle.
That's the first strip club I ever DJ'd in.
Yeah, you DJ'd at Ice Cream?
Yeah, you remember a cat named Spider?
Of course.
Yeah.
With the ponytail?
Yeah.
Red baby daddy.
Red baby, yeah.
Listen, Spider was my first DJ when I was a stripper. We get into that too. Hold on. He was, RP Cola and Spider was the first person that rocked with me as far as in that world. But the promoter world, let me give it to y'all on this. I was 16 years old, y'all, and I had saved up money just being a hustler on some street shit. A real live dope chick. And I ended up looking in the green sheet. Back in the day, we had green sheets. We didn't have the internet. And they still have that?
Yep.
Okay. And so what happened was I was like, I can't get into an apartment being this young. So I had the fiends, get me rental cars. And I was like, okay, if I find an individual owner and I come with like 3 to 6 months up front and tell them just genuinely who I am, and I don't have nobody, I don't have no parents, I don't have nothing that's here with me, just hey, like what can I do? And so I went, and this Chinese lady, I'll never forget it, 3085 Walnut Bend Lane, and I called her and she told me to come meet her. It was 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and I gave her 6 months up front, and she let me move in.
6 months up front.
And that's how I was living better than a lot of grown-ass motherfucking women around this bitch. And that's why people didn't know how young I was.
So were you already doing club
promotions? This is how I got into club promotions.
So that was from dancing money?
No, this was from dope money.
Dope money, okay.
I was in the hotel on by across the street from North Line on the cross timbers.
Right.
And I was...
I got you. So, okay, so you get into the apartment.
Right, I get into the apartment. And like I said, I had the rental car, so furnished that bitch out, rent a center, of course, what everybody says. And so I was driving up Richmond one day, and I needed a job. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't hustling like that before. I had fell into depression and stuff, and so I was just passing by. And I'll never forget, I had a Lexus, an ES 300. I think my dad had helped me because he had found another girl or something like that, and he put down payment. So I'll never forget, I went to this club called Cloud 9. On Richmond. And what happened was I went to the club and I went inside and I was like, hey, and it was like, yeah, we hiring for waitresses. And I was like, okay, cool. And there was 2 owners. It was a tall guy who played basketball overseas. I don't remember his name, but he was married to some rich lady, so she put up the money for him. And it was a cat from Atlanta. His name was Thomas Dickinson. They hired the 2 top cats in Houston, John Aaron, who was from Atlanta. He was a big time manager. He had been in the business forever. And a guy named Joe Rubin, rest in heaven. Wham, bow-legged Wham was security. I think Shabazz was there, and Ed Mishaw and Del Deso were the promoters. So what happened is they hired about 25 girls, and they told me, I'll never forget, the owner was like, you cute. You want to be my girlfriend or you want to be a waitress? And I say, I'm going to be a waitress. I don't want to be your fucking girlfriend. Nigga, fuck out of here. You pounce me down my cool poom poom. So anyway, so I had said waitress, and he was like, all right, cool. So he was like, you start tomorrow. So I was like, all right, cool. He said, we're all black. And I was just a real fly type chick, you know what I'm saying? So I wore heels. I was shapely at a young age, you know what I'm saying? And so I came up in there. They hired my homegirl too. And so we came up in there, and it was 25 girls. By the end of that night, you guys, it was 3 of us left. Everybody's quit because I've never seen, this was boom. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know nothing. This club was just jam packed opening night. I had no idea. So it literally went from Tuesday or Monday, and I was hired. Tuesday I went home with $700-800.
You doing a waitress?
Being a waitress.
Yeah.
Okay. So like I said, 3 of us out of 25 girls lasted to the end of the night. Everybody kept falling off like flies, flying off like flies. And that's what got me into that business, because that is what gave me the access to the athletes back then. Steve Francis, Moochie Norris's, all the Houston Rockets was on fire back then. Wow. That was when Cash Money was the shit. That's when Ja Rule was the shit. And so this was the top club in the city.
What club was this?
This called Cloud 9 on Richmond. Yeah. Okay. And so what happened I mean, Horseman there, like I said, and Misha, Del Deso, you know, and I was really popular because I was efficient. Of course, I'm a Virgo, so I'm a perfectionist at everything I do. That ended up, I just was the shit, like, where people requested me, I had clientele, and I just worked it from there, and they ended up teaching me everything. So in the promoter world, how we got people in early was, and I'm giving a lot of game here, and I don't care, because it's time for the next generation to get this game and stop just focusing on social media. But I would go around and book parties, happy hours. I would go to the business owners and things of that sort, get their information, and I would offer them free bottles of champagne and things to come in early, so that the crowd would be there in the early time. When they saw that initiative, they would give me all the celebrity tables. That's what gave me access to the celebrities, and that's what started building my relationships over time.
For sure. So from the waitressing, you kind of learn, being at that club, you learn the keys to the game.
Yeah, and I didn't know what it was back then because then they sent me to Simpers, and people who know, and the Simpers is what's now Dreams, and I never forget we did a puffy party, and that nigga brought out the bar.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna name some Houston clubs.
Okay.
And of these clubs, you tell me which one was the hottest.
Okay.
The Tunnel.
Okay, it was cool. Yeah, it was cool.
T-Town.
Yeah.
Okay. Simpers.
It was cool for a little bit. They didn't last.
Metropolis.
Long running
club. Toke Bar. Jamaica.
Iconic.
Okay. Max's.
Iconic. That's where I transitioned to.
So which of all those clubs? So Max's is all about those clubs you say is the livest?
Max's was.
Okay. At what point would you say the club scene in Houston was at its best? Give me like a frame, like a 2000 to 2004.
Okay.
A 99 to
98. Well, I had left for a while. I had got into a relationship, and so I wasn't in the clubs for a while. I didn't pop back up until maybe like 2005, 2006. Okay. But from 99, I would say to 2000.
Just cut it off.
Okay, yeah, let me cut it off. From 99 to, I would say.
From what? From what?
99.
Okay.
1999 to 2006, 2007. Dope situation.
That's a nice one. At where?
Oh, this is a lot. You want? I'll give you. Listen.
I want to know where.
We had Club Oasis with show.
Okay.
We had Cornbreads. That was at after hours.
I forgot to say Cornbread.
Jamaica was 18 and up, and then sometimes 21. But that was a dope situation. You had Simpers. Then you had Club Phoenix. Let's not forget about Club Phoenix. That was on. And then Maxie's left from Augusta and went to Club Phoenix. You had Chocolate Town.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would, like you said, T-Town, the Tunnel.
But wasn't Jamaica Chocolate Town the same?
No.
Which one was it?
I think Chocolate Town was on the north side.
Okay.
I want to say Chocolate Town was on the north side. Jamaica was over there. Kirby, I believe. I don't remember, but yeah.
I'm listening to you. So you're telling me you was coming from all them clubs?
Right. Then we're going to transition into M-Bar. Right? We all know M-Bar was the truth.
Chris pair of jeans and a button up. You might see Vince Young at that moment.
You might listen, everybody.
Downtown.
This was when Houston was Houston.
So okay, what do you mean by that?
Houston was protected, and Houston was a vibe. Yeah. Houston had some money around this motherfucker. We didn't care about spending it. Niggas valued their women. You know what I'm saying? Women was hard as shit. You know, shout out to the Lisa Rogers, the model Kelly, Candy Girl, Project Zero. Those were the girls in my era that was around when I fell back and nobody really knew who I was. Because I go through these spurts where you'll know who I am, then nobody knows. And then, you know, but M-Bar, let's talk about it. Office, let's talk about it. Visions, let's talk about it. Let's, Horn, Grasshopper, Glow.
Harlem Nights.
You want to go there?
I mean, I'm just saying that's that same frame.
Okay, I used to be a dancer.
Really? I know you did. We're going to get on that. So look, you're telling me that the best era, I'm trying to get, what's the best era of Houston club scene from your perspective?
To me, 99 to 2006.
Okay, 7 years. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
And it was popping after that, but for me, that was like the real money. That was like off the fucking chain.
Yeah.
Like fun.
And the vibe and everything.
Yeah.
So basically you're saying to from Cash Money back that day.
Oh yeah. Master P.
To like
Kings of Comedy.
To
Ja Rule.
To Usher. Confessions to Lil Jon and the East Side Boys to Young Jeezy.
Right.
And
Houston Rockets. I remember when Rocco came out.
Yeah. Okay. Rocco
and I was laughing at him because him and his camera crew was around doing their own promotion.
Yeah.
Now I look at it, I'm like, my nigga.
Yeah.
But I was laughing back in the day.
Yeah.
But he knew what it was because he would come to the city on his own dime, on his own merit, when niggas laughing and like, who is this nigga? And this nigga was self-invested and he just had his own clique and crew, and he is what he is now. He put a lot of niggas in position.
That's factual information.
So I'm gonna give it to you fucking real. Period.
Okay, so okay. So I get where you coming from. Now the dancing part.
Let's go.
Tell me about the dancing. When did the dancing come into play?
Okay, so the dancing came into play because my promoter career lasted from about 99 to about 2001. By the time 2000 hit, let me tell you though, when I was coming up, I was a real gold digger.
Like gold diggers off of South Main.
No, I was a gold digger. I was the type of broad that if you didn't give me money,
but that's the way.
If you wasn't
rap wise, rap game wise, that's the way it's going now. For female rappers, because it's like a boom.
Oh.
But
do they fuck with these niggas?
I don't know.
Nah, yeah.
So you used to fuck with rappers, athletes. Who's that? Can you name any names?
I'm not naming nobody.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I ain't Corinne Stephens.
Hey, okay. That's cool. Did you ever do videos? Okay, we're not Corinne Stephens, so we're going to focus back on the dance.
Videos back in the day. Let me go to that though just for a second because let me show you the difference between videos back in the day and videos now. When you got casted for videos back in the day, you had to fill out tax forms. You had to go to casting calls. You were paid for an upfront fee and you were paid by the hour. So it's just different from now, where they persuade you to think that you're gonna get your break if you do it for free and this and that and this, and that just wasn't the era I came from. So yeah, I done a couple of videos, but I ain't gonna say it. I like for people to just know. I did all of that. I worked with liquor companies. I did pictures. I did modeling. I did all of that. But I was really the girl that if you wasn't giving me money, that I didn't have time for you. And that was what it was. And then this one cat turned me into a woman.
Turned you into a beast. Mo Betta the Beast.
Nah, I didn't turn into Mo Betta the Beast until 2013. But we'll get into that.
So, what's the cat who turns you into a woman in the household?
His name is Pete.
Pete?
He's from Rosenberg.
Pistol Pete from the country.
His name Pete. He's from the country, yeah.
So how did he turn you into a woman?
Okay, so, one of them situations like, okay, well, I know that this girl is so fascinated with this world, and, you ain't about to do that.
What you mean?
You my woman, sit the fuck down.
That's how he was to you. And
I had a job at Goldman Sachs, right?
But you like that, kind of gave you that foundation.
That aggression. I can only, that's the only way you could be with me. All that nonchalant shit don't work with me.
So you're the type of girl to where they gotta choke you out and
not choke me out.
Okay.
It's not about choking me out. Back then, maybe.
I'm talking about sexually. They gotta really put in some. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Oh yeah.
And do you think that's more psychological or physical?
I know, huh?
I'm asking.
Yeah, that's a deep question. For me personally, I think it's more from my history and psychologically.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I am that girl. Yeah.
So, but he put that
he did.
Down.
He was one of them type of people. I'm gonna give you an example. I was working for Goldman Sachs, and it took I'm a real reserved type chick. So basically, I'm the type of chick that you have to pursue me. I'm never gonna just, if you call me now, we're gonna go out later on that night. Never. Never. You have to pursue me. I'm probably gonna stand you up a few times, and if you are persistent and you show me other signs, then I'll let my guard down. So with that being said, this particular guy, we didn't just jump off the deep end or anything. I was working at Goldman Sachs, taking the bus, and I was dealing with, I think, like a basketball player at the time, and this person, and whatever, and I'm taking the bus. So, but I did work at Goldman Sachs, and what happened was this hood cat who had paper was like, I'm gonna take you to work. I was like, okay. And then, I'm gonna pick you up. I said, okay. So, you know, he had the fly car, the TVs in the car, the rims, and all that other stuff. Picked me up from work. After a week, he bought me my own Lexus.
Wow.
So, back then, it was the LS400s. Yeah. The GS300s had just came out.
What do you think it is that made him just open up the pocket like that?
That nigga said I was his woman when he met me.
Okay.
And I like that.
What did he feel about you dancing?
No, I didn't dance until he went to the feds.
Oh, so he went to the feds.
Right. I literally...
That reminds me of... What's this girl's name that was on Love and Hip Hop? Jessica Dime.
Is that what happened with her? Is that her story?
Yeah, before she got with the basketball player.
So she was with a nigga that went to the feds?
She was a nigga that used to do everything for her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She did.
That's real.
And then when she went to the feds, she was on her own.
Listen, I was 18 living in Cinco Ranch.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But what happened, let me tell you why though he did me like that. Any man that I deal with, I upgrade. Period. Any man that I deal with that lets, not controlling, but if he listens to me, I upgrade. Case in point, with this particular relationship, and we're still friends to this day. This man was making a bunch of money, but our first apartment was behind Sharpstown Mall. Okay? So, I'm working at Goldman Sachs. My nigga make a bunch of money.
But you're in the hood.
Right, we in the hood. And because he from the country, he think he the shit. So I tell him, my G, we ain't got to be living over here because we was getting robbed every other day. Coming outside in the morning, we taking me to work. When I go to work, my car busted. He's like, oh, it's nothing. We just go get it fixed. No, fuck that. It's frivolous. Like, we gonna get killed in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Niggas robbed us, pistol whipped him, hit me in the face with a pistol. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, let's go. Yeah. So we got a place on back to Westheimer, like where I was at, and he was fascinated. Now, mind you, this is a nigga that's making real paper. He was fascinated. So then I saw his hustling, and I was like, and I played like square with him. He didn't know nothing about what I could do. So I seen his hustling, and I was like, how about you go get this and bring it back, and I'm going to show you something. So he was like, huh? He's like, I bet. He brought it back. A nigga was on it cracking. My name was on apartments. Yeah. Nigga, we did a lot of things. Within a year, he moved me to Katy. And then I never had to work. Yeah. And what happens is, though, when you get like that, and you think you fly, because let me tell you, I had everything. Yeah. Understand? Material-wise. Yeah. But he always cheated on me. Okay? He always had another bitch. Alright? I couldn't go nowhere. I couldn't do nothing. I was the flyest motherfucker ever. But abuse, the shit that comes with it, whether you're the target. Yeah. I got arrested 7 times in 1 year just on them trying to get this nigga. So
if you was to encounter a chick that was like younger coming up in that type of situation, you would caution her not to deal with them type of
I would caution her, you do what you want. It's not my place to judge. Yeah. I would caution you to always get your own money. Yeah. Don't ever be thinking that you fly because you don't work. Right. I don't care if it's working at home. I don't care if it's doing hair. I don't care if it's not going to school. I don't care if it's... I thought it was fly that my nigga was like, oh, you ain't got to work. You ain't got to do this and this and this. That's how they cripple you. That's how they cripple you. Because when that nigga got locked up, I didn't know... Even though I was so independent, y'all have heard my whole story this whole time. But when that nigga got locked up... Now, mind you, your nigga locked up. Your depression sets in. Niggas robbed me. Niggas tied me up. Like, all this shit that y'all don't talk about. That's real shit, right? You know what I'm saying? They come for your bitch, dog. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're trying to fuck on your bitch, or they gonna rob your bitch, or they gonna kill your bitch. So with that, and I'm talking about real shit. And niggas back then, they want your spot. They want your money.
See, I'm not that type, but I understand what you mean.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So when you got by yourself, you got locked up. Is that what led you into
the dancing world?
Not only the dancing, but the club promotion.
I didn't get back into club promotion until I got back from Atlanta in 2013. Okay. But I will say that stripping was a form of club promotion.
Definitely. Anything when you're involved. Yeah. What was the most you made in one night dancing?
Almost $5,000.
That's pretty good. What is the worst thing that ever happened to you while you was dancing?
I got drugged.
Really? By a customer or another girl?
I don't know.
So you just drinking, dancing, and then what happened?
You turn your neck. You turn your head.
So what happened? What was the end result of that?
I woke up and thought I woke up, didn't know how I made it home. That whole day I felt like I was gonna die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I never went back to that particular club, even though it was my people. But it literally happened just like that. I had no control. I knew something was wrong, and people knew something was wrong. But
yeah. For sure. So now we get into. Now you're back into the club promotion.
Yeah, because I went to Atlanta. Okay.
How long you was in Atlanta?
From 2009, 2010 to 2013.
How does Atlanta compare to Houston? How do you like it compared to Houston?
They have nice living.
Really?
But I think the cost of living is so cheap that they can front.
Oh, okay.
All the men live on women.
Is it true what you say? Would you notice a lot of people say there's a lot of gay people out there?
It is.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
And my homegirls used to walk in on their dudes while they was at work because bitches take care of niggas in Atlanta.
So you think there's a lot of fronting going on with the Atlanta image?
Yeah, very much so. They hated me in Atlanta.
Do you think that as far as rap-wise, club-wise, you think...
They get their money in that club shit.
Yeah, but not
They got
rap?
that shit back.
What about rap?
Oh, they dope because they stick together.
Oh, gotcha.
They stick together.
Yeah.
They stick together. They put each other on and they market themselves appropriately.
What about Houston? Do they not do that? They don't stick together at all. Why is it that?
I know.
Why you think Houston don't do it like Atlanta do it? Cause this bitch too big?
Too much envy.
Too much envy. But listen.
Too much acting like y'all cool with each other, but y'all really don't like each other.
But check this out.
Mm-hmm.
The Atlanta niggas be putting each other on the rap.
Mm-hmm.
They be getting that money in that club.
Mm-hmm.
But you could probably fit 4 Atlantas inside of Houston.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Do you think it's more money being circulated inside of Houston or Atlanta?
Atlanta.
You really think that niggas making more money in Atlanta than Houston?
In the club world, yes.
Okay, I got you.
In
What
the
about
club world.
in the rap game too?
Yes.
What about in the dope game?
No.
No way near. And I think that's why niggas in Houston are the way they are because, listen, I got cousins from Florida, New York, everything. When they come here and they visit, they be like, bro, I've been waiting so long.
Right. I get it all the time.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. You got to think about it. I got family in Central Florida, Miami, Florida, the East Coast, California. That's why I don't do no tripping out here because y'all don't know my y'all don't know my business, dog. You know what I'm saying? And when you have them out of town connects and them people who watch you silently from out of town and shit that don't make the internet and moves that you make without the internet and when real is real and it's just
yeah. And I think that's what's wrong with Houston. No, that too spoiled on that dope money. Like you could do things in Houston. Like if you I put it like this. If you're a jack boy in Houston, you might come from a very bad situation. And you're a jack boy from Houston. But if you're a jack boy from Houston, being a jack boy is in your heart. Because if you really willing to grind hard enough, not even too hard as a nigga out of state, a nigga from Tennessee or whatever, they really got to grind with that dope. But if you grind hard enough in Houston, you can have it.
You don't have to be a jack boy in Houston.
You don't have to. I don't think you can. I can respect it if your situation.
I don't respect jack boys.
I don't respect it either because I'm a hustler.
I'm a hustler.
I
don't respect. It's not for me to talk about the next nigga hustle. Yeah. But if you a jack boy, if you a thief, I don't fuck with you.
But I feel like in Houston, if you stay down hard enough, you don't got to do that.
You don't have to. Yeah. My G, you don't have to. We are in Texas. We the supplier. You don't have to. You don't have to be that way. Yeah. But I think people fake the funk. And so with that being said, it's like you faking the funk. And you so busy trying to act like you got money that you ain't really getting to the money. So, you know what I'm saying? It's easy for you to go take a nigga money. Take a nigga from their family. Take a nigga from their bitch. Take a nigga from their kids. And get that little ass money. And think that you the fucking man. And now it's glorified.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. Okay. But them out of town niggas, they can't wait. But let me tell you what happens with them out of town niggas. And I know people are going to be very mad at me for this. But the out of town niggas see how y'all rocking, so they pray.
They pray?
They pray on you.
Pray on you, yeah, I got you.
Think about it. How many Houston niggas that went out of town and started their careers and niggas took their style?
Man. So I understand what you're saying. I like how you put that. And that's deeper than the dope game, the hustle game, the street game, the sipping the syrup, the riding the cars. Like
it all came from here.
It all come from it's the plug.
It all came from here.
And we let niggas trespass on the AstroTurf. Yeah.
And then you gotta think about it like New York, especially Atlanta. What I learned from Atlanta is Atlanta is a melting pot for everything. So everybody runs to Atlanta. When Jack boys in Houston, guess what they go? They go to Atlanta and go live in the high rises. So when you got Houston niggas, New Orleans niggas, Miami niggas, Central Florida niggas, New York niggas, New Jersey niggas, Detroit niggas, Oakland niggas, LA niggas, they all moved to fucking Atlanta, this little old city. Guess what? Now you have all these different hustles, all these different personalities. Washington, D.C., all Carolinas, all these different personalities. How do you identify what's Atlanta? When you go to Atlanta, you don't really meet somebody from diehard Atlanta. You meet, but when you come to Houston, I mean, now it's starting to, get like Atlanta. But when I was coming up, niggas was from Houston. I was rare. I was like, who's this East Coast chick that sound like the girl from DMX and woo 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 woo? Like, I was rare. So
niggas used to really be almost uncomfortable around East
Coast. They was hella uncomfortable. They thought I was fly.
They like that shit as far as females and clothes and shit. But I used to wear certain clothes and niggas would be
like, they were like,
who the fuck is you?
Right, because when I first moved down here, I dressed like Aaliyah. I didn't know I had a shape. You know what I'm saying? I never forget I went to Lockwood skate rink and I was wearing baggy clothes and whatever, and I loved it. My hair curly, whatever. And they were like, she gay? Hell no, I ain't gay. And my baby's father is the one who was like introduced me to Betsy Johnson, Gucci, and shit like that. Like, come on here. And that's when I knew I had a shape. But that's very true. But they didn't like my style. They thought I was cute. Like, who the fuck is this girl? And they loved my ambition because they hadn't seen a woman when I really wasn't even a woman. But they never seen nobody who rocked like how I rocked. So
for sure. I feel you, man. That style is a motherfucker on the East Coast. Well, how we talk about everything come from Houston. As far as this urban culture, like I was speaking on earlier, New England, really like New York area. That's where all that shit come from.
It does. You remember when we had cassettes? Yeah. Remember when people would promote their music with cassettes and they would bring them to the block? And you would have a cassette.
That's why they call it a mixtape.
DJ Clue, shout out to DJ Clue. He's in the city now. Clue, you notice that?
All I noticed
they in the city now. So
when do you feel like Houston club wise could get like Atlanta money wise?
We had that era.
It's gone. Will it ever come back? Nah.
Not my personal opinion, no.
That's crazy.
And I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna hold before you say that. Okay. I interviewed Smackwater.
Yeah, hey.
You like niggas like Smackwater. So this nigga, he said in the interview one time, he said that
the city need to see the DJs supporting the local artists. The city need to see the local artists supporting the DJs, supporting local businesses, supporting niggas that's trying to get their clothing line off the ground. The city need to see all of this here. Cause what niggas fail to realize, we got the Super Bowl coming back to this motherfucker in a couple years, my nigga. The last Super Bowl came and went, nigga, not one nigga in this motherfucking city had a motherfucking major party. Every major party in the city was from niggas from outside our city.
Yup, and they flopped too.
Yeah. Well, so what are we gonna? We'll never get it back.
You know why? Because Houston don't want to spend no money.
You think so? Is it that? I think it's Houston is so big.
No.
Okay. No.
Houston has got lazy.
Yeah.
We rely strictly on social media.
Yeah, that's true because it's so big. Yeah.
But if you didn't have social media, how would you pack your club?
Man, that's true. It would be like
if you didn't have
the tunnel. It would be like
how would you
Oasis,
right? And then make the real money. Yeah. Like you gotta think about how many clubs don't charge an entry fee. Yeah. But that's what we came up on. How many clubs and the club owners that are now in power don't really pay the promoters? How many people pay these people to do hostings, and then these hostings and these fees, they can't even bring nobody out, so how do you recoup your money? So I'm gonna tell you why people don't like me, because I don't pay y'all. I don't care. I'm and it's no offense. I support everybody's stuff, but I'm a hustler. and I'm not frivolous with my paper, and I don't look for nobody's popularity. So what happens is, for me, everything is very analytical. So if you charging me a certain amount, you need to double my money. You don't double my money though. And that's just facts. And people can hide behind social media. People can trick the camera and do this and this and this and this. And y'all not going to like me for saying it, but I don't care. If you ask me for some money, how are you going to recuperate my money? Or I don't even know if that's the right word, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Right fucking word, man.
I don't ask people to host my nights. I don't ask about no B-days. I don't ask about nothing. And I might not have the most, fuck you. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. But I'm going to do it my way to be different. To keep people in suspense. To keep people in mystery. Because the work ethic speaks for itself. If you do the timeline, clubs in Houston only last between 6 months and 2 years.
Yeah, and if it's on the
right?
if it's on the north side, probably less.
Right. Yeah. So that means if you can't last at a venue longer than that, your paper ain't together. So if you seeing me at this particular situation, and everybody knows how I am and how serious I am about my paper, that means I must be straight. But I'm going against the grain. I'm not going on a project that everybody was like, oh, this is the popular, and this is this, and this is that. I went and was presented with the opportunity to really show my skill.
Yeah.
So, I don't believe that it's really going to get back unless people, one, stop being greedy, stop using their friends, stop relying on social media. Everybody's going to have their error. It's going to come a time and somebody else is going to come unexpectedly and move niggas out the box.
And I've been noticing that Houston has gone, like, in the past, like, just transition of years-wise, gone from hustle town to finesse town.
Yeah, very much so. And that wasn't what it was. We was very independent.
Yeah, niggas used to really get their own, have their own. Yeah. That's why you see niggas like Slim Thug. Yeah. Niggas like Zero. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts me when I see Kiki. People that grind that shit out. That's the Houston way. And that's the Houston way. That's the Houston way. You know what I'm saying? That's the Houston way. You know how much, sometimes, and let me tell you, I do carols right now. I was going to ask you about carols too. And we'll go to, just not to do too much, but in my stripper career, I only did 2 years. I started off at Club Onyx on the south side, and literally I was so dead fucking broke, y'all. I was so broke, didn't know how to make no money no more. I was so depressed. My nigga was gone. I had 2 Hummers, a BMW 745, a Jaguar, a ML320. Shout out to this cat. He know what I'm talking about. He came and got the Hummer off of me. And that's my nigga. But like that type of shit. And I literally remember eating banquet motherfucking 88-cent meals. I was taking care of my sister and her new baby. I think my cousin was down here, and I was just so distraught. I didn't know how I was gonna earn any money. And I literally remember hearing the commercial when they was doing live broadcasts for Onyx South. I didn't want to go to Onyx on Richmond, which was the real paper, because I never ever wanted to be known. I never ever wanted to be a stripper. I just wanted to hustle. And so what happened was I went to Onyx South, and it's just like the Players Club. Literally, I was in there just nervous. I never really drank. I was a big weed smoker, and I drank Baileys, and I motherfucking came home with fucking $600 from doing nothing. And I was like, Lord have mercy. And then I didn't go back to work. I didn't go back and really take it serious and get the real paper from it until I was in it for like maybe 5 to 6 months. And when I really saw the paper, like, okay, if you go to work every day, you can make $500 without prostituting yourself. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of prostitution that goes on. It's a lot of prostitution, but you don't have to be a prostitute. Yeah. You just have to be consistent. Yeah. So then I did that, and then of course I was cool with the DJs. I made sure I took care of DJs. See, my whole trick was I took care of everybody around me. Yeah. So I was the type of girl that always paid my tip out. Never came in and begged about tip out. See, when I was a DJ at the strip club, you come in, while I'm DJ, you come in and you're not even trying to get on to 10 o'clock, and it's not, you're not trying to get on to 11, 12, and it's 9:45, 10 o'clock. No, we came in at 6. That's cool, but look, if I'm in there, and you come in there, and you say, hey, here's my tip out. I'm going to be here till so-and-so time. When I make that list to call the names out, I'm going to put you in line when the shit start pumping. And the motherfucker who be making me wait, you going up first.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But not only that, the hottest shit I'ma play for you. When you come and you pay me first, and that's how the game's supposed to go.
And that's how I was. Right. I literally never begged for tip out.
Yeah.
I literally never begged for tip out. I always paid the DJ. I never skipped out on DJ tip out. I was always the person who paid extra. I always put money in. I was the type of girl like Ginger from Casino. If you put me on money, I was the person who put $100 as T from Dreams in your motherfucking pocket. I was nice. While people were like, you know, why you being so friendly? Because I felt like it was a pit of snakes when I came in, and I wish that somebody would have been nice to me. Yeah. So I gave women the game, but I was a fighter.
Yeah. You think the stripping game changed though? Mm-hmm. It's not the same like that.
When I was stripping, nigga, we had checks. Niggas would write us checks. We had table dances. One table dance on the floor cost $20 fucking. You didn't have no tip out. If you came at a certain time, it was either free or $10. And the most you paid the DJ was $20, and that was appreciated. And we had VIP. Some bitches fuck, some didn't. If you go on VIP, you charge what the fuck you want. So at the end of the day, I went to go work at a club that was business owners, that was motherfuckers off the plane. It was very strategic. It was always strategic. Everything with me is strategic. Yeah, everything.
That's that shit.
You're right. And so then when I really started seeing like the paper in it, I had a girl that I didn't like, right? That was working in the club, and she was from Memphis. We ended up being friends for a very long time. And what happened was that she told me I worked the day shift at Onyx on Richmond. And I was like, I ain't going to that. And so she was like, no, you should really come. And so what happened was I went to Onyx on Richmond, worked the day shift. And you know, at that time, that's when all the dope boys was out. Right. So guess what they would do? They would come to Onyx during the day. And my nigga, man, we just had to sit up.
Yeah. That daytime shit.
Daytime. So if you was up by 11 o'clock, by 6 o'clock, nigga, you was $800 up without doing a goddamn thing. Yeah. Now you can move, let them do their thing. Motherfuckers don't know their business. I'm gonna cross town. I'm making another motherfucking $8,000 to $1,000. I'm gonna leave there and then I'm gonna go bounce some motherfucking Harlem Nights, pay $100 and go make another motherfucking stack, and then I'm gonna go in the house and I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
And that was what. So that was promotion within itself, because I had loyal customers.
Okay.
And I had, you know, I might have 5 people in at one time. I was never the girl that needed to go on stage, even though I was amazing at the pole. I was very entertaining. I was the person who was always taking the niggas to the motherfucking back.
Okay.
And I paid like I weighed.
That was up, man. Not tonight, but the GreenRoom twerk videos is coming soon.
Oh.
So if you got any people you know might want to just get.
Now have you seen my homegirls?
I'm saying, tell them come to the GreenRoom and be like, do they thing and be like, hey, my name is so and so.
Of course.
At so and so and so and so, and this is what I look like.
Of course.
And I'm in the GreenRoom. And
Got you. Know what I'm saying? Anything you need, we locked in. We rocking with it. You done brought a lot out of me today.
That's what I do.
I don't think
that's what I do.
People don't know me.
I keep it green. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that. What you did at the beginning.
It's natural.
It's very much so.
That's natural.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Okay.
Before we start coming down the slope, what's the best strip club in Houston, Texas history?
Harlem Nights.
You're right. The world famous. Say no more.
Harlem Nights, 98, 34 Jensen Drive.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah, man. Okay. Now, 2019.
Okay.
Club Carringtons. Caros.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Monday nights.
Yeah.
It's been, how long you been working with Club Carringtons?
Since January, beginning of February.
Okay, so just this year?
This year, yeah.
Okay, so it's been good for you over there?
No.
No?
Well, yes. Okay. Okay. I've done clubs. Belvedere, Faces, Saga in 3rd Ward.
I remember when Face was popping in Detroit. That was my one. That was my one, man, right there.
Icon before it was Address.
Right.
MC Quay, Eric Spivey. Sterling, Fly Guy Houston 713 is the one who discovered me again. Okay. And I don't think he knew who I was. Nobody knew who I was. And what happened was Belvedere popped back off when I first made it back from Houston. And I'll never forget DC from V Live had hit me because he was like, Mo, don't nobody go to Belvedere? And I was like, shit. And I'll never forget, I took that video. I said, nigga, I had shit, nigga, motherfuckers is here now.
Yeah.
And so what happened was I was a sub promoter in that arena. My friend Autumn Smith, I'm sorry, and me and her collaborated together, but we were powerhouses. By me being in Atlanta, I did hair in Atlanta. I was real popular in Atlanta for doing hair in the suburbs. So that means I was Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine. She was my dentist. I did all the rich suburban ladies' hair. And so what happened was when I came back to Houston, a lot of the VH1, the reality show, and Africans and people with money, they knew I was at Belvedere, which was popping again. And so people didn't know why I was getting these contacts and why I was able to pack out these sections and things of that sort. And you know, it was what it was. We fell out. I went my own way, and I just kept grinding and kept grinding.
Took that game to Carol.
And I ended up taking the game. I took a break, put my daughter through school. And I had to take a break from the clubs because I was still stripping too. Let's be clear. Let me give you that. Psycho Sid, Eric from Crazy Bull, Black, King Black. Let's see who else was very heavily Poonie.
Shout out to Poonie.
Yeah, shout out to Poonie. TA, super producer TA, Terry Allen. Who else was heavily that pushed me? So they were behind me when I was transitioning, because when I came back to Atlanta, I was stripping. But they pushed me when they seen I was in position, and so that made me get back. And so by them getting a bunch of bottles, a bunch of situations, me just being successful in that area quietly, that's what gave me my name again to the newer generation who didn't know who I was. But I was a bitch. People don't like me.
For sure. And then you took all that game to Carol's.
I did.
See, Carol's, this is what I know Carol's as, being the original parking lot pimping spot. South Main at 610 Loop. You know what I'm saying? South Side, not too far from Gold Diggers, the club I mentioned, which I feel is the best bang for the buck. You know, Harlem Nights is greatest. What is it about Carringtons that has kept it so strong so long?
30 years. They have it's loyalty.
Loyalty. But you know the South Side has a better club scene than the North Side. The club don't last too long on the North Side. And that's no disrespect. Yeah.
The North Side niggas is different.
Yeah.
You know, no disrespect to the South Side, and I don't know if people want that type of like credit for being, but the North Side niggas is different.
Yeah.
The North Side niggas really gonna come see about you.
Yeah, that's true.
They really gonna murk you.
Right. You could not be from Third Ward, and you could go to TSU. You could serve a little bit at TSU, U of H. You might fuck around and have a partner at CUNY Homes.
Yeah.
Then you might serve a little bit on Scott.
You
might not be in the gang, but you can move around Third Ward,
right,
and not be from
and not be there from there.
But on the North Side, it's not like
not like that. You can't shout out the Dream. Oh, how can I forget Dream Boy Chris? Can I tell y'all something, Dream Boy? You don't know who Dream Boy Chris is?
I don't know a lot of things, but I'm always willing to learn.
Okay, let me tell you about Dream Boy Chris. Shout out to him. He is my true friend. Dada. Oh my gosh. Dream Boy Chris is the really... Matter of fact, I gave Sterling the credit, but it was Dream Boy Chris.
Okay.
Dream Boy Chris found me because I didn't even have Instagram when I came back to Houston.
Okay.
And Dream Boy Chris asked me to host his event.
Okay.
And so in my mind, coming from Atlanta, if you asking me to host, I want some money, I want sections, I want this. When I got there, the club was freaking packed. I had my girls with me, but I didn't have, like, you know, the section and things of that sort, so I left. I thought I felt disrespected. That man called me the next day, right? No arrogance, no nothing. That man called me the next day and was like, hey, Mo, you know, I'm such and such. I apologize that I couldn't accommodate you. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no ego. It was nothing. And we talked. He told me, you know what, Mo? You gonna be something serious.
Dream Boy Chris.
Dream Boy motherfucking Chris.
Where he working at now?
He does Element on the north side.
Okay.
He has Good Life Entertainment.
Man, we might need to get you for an interview, bro.
You do need to get Dream Boy Chris. He has Dada, I think, Dada, the Chi-Town crew, MC Who. He has his own crew. Shout out to Money Making Boom and He-Man.
Glad you said that name.
Yeah.
This is a question I have.
Okay.
Because this is what I've been told.
Okay. And me and Money Making Boom, we literally just shook hands this past Monday. Because he showed up for Quay's birthday party.
That you said that. Is Money Making Boom the best club promoter in Houston? The black urban street club promoter in Houston is Money Making Boom. Is it? Because I've heard that.
In my opinion, he's great.
Wow. I mean, if the answer is no, I'm not trying to make you say
not in Houston.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to say Houston.
Okay.
He's great, though.
He is great.
In my opinion.
I think he's done the most in a shorter period of time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down. Let me tell you why Money Making Boom is great. Is because one, he was incarcerated.
Yep, and came out.
Yeah. But niggas was anticipating him, right? Yeah. So with that being said, by niggas anticipating him, that is niggas riding his dick.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. You waiting on the nigga that's the nigga to come out to feed y'all niggas. I hope y'all don't get mad at me for that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm gonna give you can I give you who I feel are the greats?
Yes, I'm listening.
North side, and we're gonna do from different areas. Okay. North side, I'm going to give it up to Dreamboy Chris.
Okay.
South side.
South side, individually. Give me both, individual or groups. South side, because you know, with that, with club promoting, it's gonna be more on South side than North side. Mm-hmm. So give me individual and groups.
MC Quay, Eric Spivey.
Spivey, shout out Spivey.
MC Quay, Spivey. Bird and them, they don't know me, Nike Mike and them. They strong, aristocrat, they strong, but they have a team. When I talk about an individual, no games and no stuff. Mm-hmm. Really knowing this business, I would probably have to say in this era, Spivey.
Spivey, yeah, man. Spivey, I'm talking about from the ground up, solo by himself, boss, muscle strong. Man.
Yeah, him and Quay was together.
Yeah.
We helped out on a lot of things, but when he jumped off the porch by himself in this world, and what I know in this world, and what you can do by yourself. I mean, he did have sub-promoters and things but he can pack a club by himself. Yeah. I'm talking about pack a club. Shout out to Jay Realist. He was dope before he, not before, but he's dope. But he was the man for a while too. One deep. Chad Chisel, even though we beefing, but he is strong. I know people are mad at Quay, but Quay is like the fucking epitome.
Why they mad at?
Quay is like Roscoe from Martin.
He's a badass kid.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
But Quay, and he's never wronged me. Quay got behind me when niggas was fucking over me. He's the one who said, "Come on," and really put me in position to get some bread. And he's always been loyal to me. And I know that people make mistakes in this business, and it's not for me to get in men's shit and what goes on with paper. It's not for me to speak on that. I just think that everything that he's done and the things that he's put on, I understand that people might have some problems, but that nigga is that nigga. If everything went back to normal, he would be a threat still to this motherfucking day.
Man, I got a lot of people to interview after interviewing you. I got a lot of people.
Because let me tell you something, my heart is pure.
I feel you.
I don't hate on nobody.
Yeah.
I want us to all make it, but people don't look at it like that.
Yeah.
You seen that shit? You didn't see Little Duval last night?
Nah, where?
On the BET Awards.
Nah, I didn't watch the BET Awards. I try to wait till like later because I don't want to be caught in the hype with my perception.
I understand. Let me give you a little bit.
Yeah.
Little Duval brought everybody from different cultures out last night.
That's how they supposed
in his set.
That's how they supposed to do.
But niggas don't do that.
Niggas don't do that, but that's where it all came from. You know what I'm saying? That's where it all
That's how you get longevity.
Of course.
That's how you get longevity. But we live in a world that ain't real.
Yeah, that's the way it is now.
It is.
But there are still some real people left.
There are.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to push them.
That's why I love Carol. We can go back to that Carol shit though.
Yeah, well, let's get back to Carol's.
Yeah, that's
If
why I love Carol.
If Carol's had a Hall of Fame, would Trilly Polk have a jersey hanging in the rafters? Really? Who's somebody else who would have a jersey hanging up in the Carol's rafters?
DJ Oak Cliff.
Oh yeah.
DJ Greyface.
Yeah.
Chad Chisel.
Okay. Man, I like how you hit that bang, 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 bang. For sure, for sure. All right. Now remember earlier when I was like, I'm gonna keep something in the tuck because I don't forget good shit. You said that all snitches
Our killers.
are killers. Explain what you mean by that.
You ready?
I'm ready. Born ready.
Frank Lucas, Nicky Bonds, Guy Fisher, Whitey Bulger.
It really just lets you know the type of game
Alpo.
that you in. It lets you know the type of game that you in.
Alpo.
Because the niggas who really go the furthest in that are really not, they not true to the game. They true to that gangster
They
shit.
true to the manipulation and the gangster shit.
Yeah.
So I can
Streets is a motherfucker.
Streets is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
They all snitch.
What's your number one rule to the streets?
Be quiet.
Shh. Be quiet. Tonight is the night that we ride. Dirty camouflage, hunters and killers inside. Hey, shout out to Juvenile.
Straight up.
Straight up, man.
Be quiet.
Look. Now, look, this is not going to be our last interview.
Why? Okay,
yeah.
I'm about that, but yeah.
It's not going to be, because, like, you know, getting to that time where I got to bring it down.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you get enough?
I got a lot.
You think people going to hate me?
I mean, if they do, that doesn't matter.
I really, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Listen, I respect everybody. I know I gotta, you either hate me or you love me. You know? You either cool with me or you're not. You either talk shit about me and try to be cool with me. Motherfuckers can say, I get a lot of shit right now. Yeah. But I'm solid. I don't care what nobody say. Like, I'm solid, bro. Like, my word is bond. And I live on that. You know, I get it out the mud. I'm going to pay everybody like I weigh. And I'm going to make sure anybody that's connected to me eat. Period. And when you talk to the people who have ever done anything with me, from DJ Eric to motherfucking T from Dreams to whatever anybody has really done with me, even with this Carrington staff, we all make sure we walk out of there with whatever we're supposed to walk out of there. Whatever we put in, that's what we gonna get out. My cook right now, he stayed loyal to me when some things happen at Carringtons. I'm the first female promoter at Carringtons. I'm the only female promoter at Carringtons. And it was a big thing for him to stay committed to me. And he told me the other day that he went from 2 to 3 nights a week to now being booked 7 nights a week. So when people try to watch my pockets and say, oh, Carringtons ain't packed on Monday and this and that, hey, stick to your business. Because at the end of the day, you ain't gonna never know my business. You just gonna know that I ain't in your pocket. Them is facts. I ain't in your pocket. And when I motherfucking say something, I mean it. If I agree to something, it's going to get paid. Ain't gonna be no sneaking out the back. It ain't gonna be nothing. I don't make no deals unless I can pay the money up front. And that's what made me sustain and have a 20-year career in Houston, Texas. Now, check me about it.
You know who you remind me of a little bit? Tammy Roman. Ain't she from like Boston?
No, she from New York.
She from New York, but she was married to Boston Celtics star Kenny Anderson when he was in Boston.
True.
And their child lives in Houston.
Right, jazz and lyrical, right?
Yeah. Have you ever heard that before? Would you ever think about getting into that kind of lane, the type of stuff she do, reality kind of shit?
If it paid me. I don't think they get paid, though.
But that might be true. I had to look into that. You know,
I heard that they take like 35. I mean, it's just, you know.
It depends on your story, how much attention you draw.
But then the thing about it, sometimes, you know, because like I said, we live in a day of social media. Yeah. And everybody has been programmed now to, you know, prostitute yourself for fame.
That's true. And that's
you know who people tell me that I remind them of?
Who that?
Sky.
Sky.
From Black Ink Crew.
Okay. Fly tatted Sky. I can see that too.
That's what I get told. I have those types of outbursts.
Okay.
She's a Virgo like me.
And you kind of have a similar story.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. She has a mental disability.
Mm-hmm.
She has some issues with her children. I hope she works that out.
Mm-hmm.
But
she recently was you seen at the BET Awards with 600 Breezy.
I like him.
Chicago rapper.
I don't know him. I literally just.
He a little bit younger though.
Yo, I mean, hey, listen. I just seen his story this morning when he was checking bitches about don't fuck with me. All I know is Sky. And then bitches that be trying to be on his dick and he exposed her. I like his style. But I'm happy for Sky because I can see the pain in her. I can identify the pain in her. And I know that regardless of what they say, she literally was like, just took an opportunity and made the best of it. She didn't know what was going to happen from Black Ink. She stayed true to herself, and she literally was considered a thot or whatever the fuck they tried to call her. But I ain't never see her fuck on no niggas except for Teddy, right? And then that turned into I never seen her fuck on nobody except for Teddy. So why y'all called her a thot? But anyway, make a long story short, she upgraded Caesar's business. And you know, I like Sky. I like Tommy from Love and Hip Hop too. I always thought me and Tommy was locked up together.
I can see that Sky. Really?
I did. I don't know which one, but when Tommy came on Love and Hip Hop, I was like, me and this girl been locked up together. I don't know where. Yeah.
Right now they working on a new Houston-based reality show called Hustle and Heartbreaks.
Really?
And they had a casting call recently.
For who?
I forget who. I can't really think off the top of my mind who put it together, but it's really well put together.
Is it?
They have some really good cast. Cat Say John is gonna be on it. They got some people. However, they haven't released to where it's gonna be on yet. But they have a trailer and a pilot that's coming out very soon.
Who did they cast?
Cat St. John. They casted a lady who's an exotic dancer from San Antonio who travels back and forth from San Antonio to Houston, you know, does business. A few other people from Houston, a lady named Holly He. She's like a sports announcer kind of caster lady.
Where?
Here in Houston, man.
Oh,
but it has
no offense. Can I just...
You're asking questions. I'm about to tell you what I know. From what I've seen as far as... They had a reel of photography that came out. I had seen a small trailer. I seen they had a website that's out now.
Okay.
And they haven't released when it's gonna do. But I've seen a lot of pictures. They got males and females.
Oh, that's dope.
And it's everybody who's into a certain hustle, music wise, entertainment wise, street wise. So I only say that to let you know that whenever you get a chance, look that up.
Oh, of course.
I think it's dope.
That's awesome. I know they did the Love and Hip Hop Houston and that kind of.
It didn't work out. It didn't work out because that's you know what I'm saying, Houston.
Nice. Can I ask you a question?
Man, you know what's so funny? Because the next question I was gonna ask you was my last question.
Did you have any questions?
Do you have any questions for me?
You're a great interviewer.
For real?
Yeah, you're great. You pulled a lot out of me. You didn't get a lot either, and that'll be good because we'll come back to it.
You know what's so crazy? You say that I pulled a lot out of you.
Put a lot out. It's hard.
But when you go back and watch this interview, you'll realize that I put a lot into you.
You did.
Yeah.
Because this was a release for me.
Yeah.
It was a release for me.
Yeah, I'm working on a lot of shit, so I'm good.
Hey, I got your back. You know, I like people who can see the real.
I can see definitely. That's why I say green is great, green is good. Because natural, I'm in tune with what's real, what's authentic, what's organic.
And people, they sleep on you. And you have to, I tell people all the time, you have to be careful on what you think is reality and what you think is fictional, especially in this day and age. Because this is so much trickery and it's so much, you know, and everything is not good. I pride myself on not being accessible.
What's up? Me too.
I pride myself.
That's why they don't see me on camera.
Exactly, and that's dope. I didn't know who you were.
Yeah.
I know that when you reposted me, you immediately tapped into my spirit because you saw something in me. While people were like, what the fuck and what the fuck, you understood truly what I was saying. And whether people want to accept it or not, or whatever the case may be, I'm not God. I'm not, you know, but I come from this real world in this era as a female, and it, you know, people don't like accepting their shit.
The truth.
And I ain't finished. I don't care. I could, you know, when you got a mom and a daddy that abandons you, it kind of makes you not really worry about anybody else. Because if your mother and your father can leave you for the world, still love you, but can leave you for the world, and you figure it out,
you get that feeling like
you understand that shit. This all this shit is just you here for the time being.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Jay,
you never asked me that question though. What's that question?
And then I forgot what the question was because we got to talk about me.
Scratch that. Listen, I'm gonna rekindle you right here.
Okay.
Last question before we go.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
How you like being in Houston, being from out of town?
I love being in Houston. I've spent most of my life in Houston.
Okay.
I'm well traveled. My parents are from a different country.
Let's talk about it.
My parents are from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? So
different culture.
Right.
Thank you.
But I love Houston, Texas.
Do you have that? What is it called?
What's that?
What's y'all language?
Patois.
There you go.
Yeah,
can you switch it off?
Like how Safari.
You can switch it off?
I can.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's fly. Don't let everybody know.
Yeah, I don't let everybody know, but you know, I can switch it off. I'll having to be careful because the ladies in Texas like that, man.
They love that shit. They love that shit.
Yeah.
But from me to you, Jay, I really want to say thank you for seeing something in me. We never know where this is going to go. Yeah. And I'm not looking for fame. I'm actually scared of it.
For sure.
Because I'm such an introvert, extrovert. The Mo Better the Beast is a character I've created. The
nothing wrong with that though.
Yeah, and it's when I was a stripper, I was a different character. When I was, you know, kind of like how Beyonce says she turns into Sasha Fierce. Not saying that it's not her. Not saying Mo Better the Beast is not me.
It's expression.
But it's an expression. When I leave from here, I'm gonna go back to and you know, smoke my weed and watch my motherfucking crime files, and that's what it is. But I do appreciate you being genuine.
That's all I can do.
And I appreciate your ambition.
That's all I can
do. Appreciate you putting on for the city, investing in it to put other people in position. Right. And I wish you nothing but success. Yeah, and I'm gonna rock with you till the wheels fall off. If I don't get on your nerves, which I won't.
Likewise, man. I'm smart enough, wise enough, and experienced enough to know that I wouldn't even bring you in my sector if I felt like I couldn't handle you. So shit, you know, it is what it is, and I want to say to you all the same. But it's an honor and a privilege to have you in the green room.
Thank you.
And the best things in life in the green. You got best things in life are green.
True.
You got any shout outs?
Shout out, yes. Shout out my babies, my friends, Seven, Marilyn, my cousin Dina, my best friend Autumn. She holds me down in a lot of ways. Body by Bay. Shout out to Carringtons, the owners, the bartenders, the guy who brought me in, Oak Cliff, Grayface.
Shut up.
Because let me tell you what, High C, can I say that? Yeah. High C, MC Quay, Ed Mishaw, the people from Ghost Bar. Let's get into it. Dream Boy Chris. And there's many more, but those are the ones who are precious to me. Y'all know who y'all are because y'all hold me down in ways, and we keep each other's secrets in ways. And I'm coming back for everybody who has ever held me down. If whatever happens in life that God transitions it into, I don't know.
Something good, man. And you always will, man. That's the way.
True.
There you all have it. Exclusive interview. Jay Green. Jay's Green Room.
Shout out to Little Kim. That's true, man.
Shout out to Little Kim. BET Awards. But that's for next interview. Is Lil Kim. We're going to look. Is Lil Kim the GOAT? That's the next interview. Don't say nothing now. But there y'all have it. Mo Better the Beast, y'all.